Welcome to Can Do Chinese by ChineseClass101.com.
大家好，我是李嫣如。Hi everyone, I'm Yanru Li. In this lesson, you will learn how to ask how much something costs.
This is Ben Lee, and he's shopping at a small grocery store. He sees a snack with no visible price tag and asks, "How much is this?"
这个多少钱？
Listen to the conversation. Focus on Ben's question. Ready?
这个多少钱？
2块
Once more with the English translation.
这个多少钱？
How much is this?
2块
2 kuai. Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool, so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Let's take a closer look at the conversation.
Do you remember how Ben asks, "How much is this?"
这个多少钱？
Ben's question starts with
这个
this.
这个
This word can be divided into 2 parts. First is
这
this.
这
Pronunciation note.
这
Can be pronounced as
这
or
这
is more common in everyday speech. Next is
个
which is a universal measure word.
个
Together
这个
means this one or this.
这个
While
这个
can translate as this one or this, for this lesson we'll use this. After that is
多少钱
meaning how much money.
多少钱
The first part is
多少
how many or how much in this context.
多少多少
Note the literal meaning of the Chinese characters
多
many and
少
few. So you could think of it like a lot or a little money. But it translates as how much.
多少
Next is
钱
money.
钱
Together
多少钱
means how much money or how much.
多少钱
Altogether
这个多少钱
literally means this how much money, but translates as how much is this?
这个多少钱？
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how the shop clerk says 2 kuai?
2块
First is
两
2,
两
is used to say 2 when followed by a measure word.
两
Next is
块
which literally means chunk or piece. but is also used as a unit for Chinese money in colloquial speech.
块，块，
Together
2块，
means 2 kuai.
2块，
Note, at the time of this lesson, 2 kuai buys a bottle of water. The pattern is,
item 多少钱
how much is item?
item 多少钱
To use this pattern, simply replace the item placeholder with the thing you'd like to know the price of. Imagine you'd like to know the price of a coffee.
咖啡
Coffee.
咖啡咖啡
Ask, how much is a coffee? Ready?
咖啡多少钱？
How much is a coffee?
咖啡多少钱？
There are two ways to say the number 2. When used to represent the number 2, such as in counting or a phone number, the number 2 is pronounced as R. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When used to express quantity, use 2 plus a measure word to say 2 of something. For example, 2块 2块 2个蛋糕 2 cakes 2杯咖啡 2 cups of coffee.
Let's look at some more examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
这个多少钱？这个多少钱？
咖啡多少钱？咖啡多少钱？蛋糕多少钱？蛋糕多少钱？
那个多少钱？那个多少钱？
多少钱？多少钱？ Did you notice how I omitted 这个?
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool, so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
多少钱?
How much? When you're asking how much something is, and it's understood what you're speaking about. For example, when asking by pointing at something, you can omit the subject. The pattern is,
多少钱
you should be aware of this pattern, but for this lesson, we'll use the sentence pattern,
item 多少钱
how much is item? Let's review the new words.
咖啡
Coffee,
咖啡咖啡蛋糕
cake,
蛋糕蛋糕那个
that,
那个那个
Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how to say money? 钱 钱 And how to say how much? 多少多少 Do you remember how Ben Lee asks, how much is this?
这个多少钱？
这个多少钱 Do you remember how to say to when it's followed by a measure word? 两两 Do you remember how the clerk says 2块
2块
2块 Do you remember how to say coffee? 咖啡咖啡 And how to say cake? 蛋糕蛋糕 Do you remember how to say that? 那个那个
Let's practice. Imagine you're Ben, and you're at a farmer's market, where many items have no price tag. You'd like to try a snack close to the listener. Ask the price using the word for that. Ready?
那个多少钱？
5块
Listen again and repeat.
那个多少钱？那个多少钱？
Let's try another. Imagine they're also selling artisan coffee. Ask for the price of a coffee. Ready?
咖啡多少钱？
10块
Listen again and repeat.
咖啡多少钱？咖啡多少钱？
Let's try one more. Ask for the price of a cake. Ready?
蛋糕多少钱？
8块
Listen again and repeat.
蛋糕多少钱？蛋糕多少钱？
This is the end of this lesson.
Now, here's what you can do to cement this conversation in your head. Review the conversation with our dialogue tool and lesson transcripts. Study the key words and phrases with our spaced repetition flashcards. Review the key grammar and cultural tips inside the lesson notes. And test yourself with our assessment tests. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to access our Can-Do course.
Now you know how to ask the price of something in Chinese. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.